This is Mans from Quest from a Farm. Please join us as we travel on our journey from city living and buying everything at the supermarket to moving out to a small homestead in rural South Africa. We are currently learning and growing our own food and doing our own thing, so like and subscribe to join us for the journey. So this is day 2 of our 5 herbs in 5 days, and we are going to discuss basil. This is one of my favorite herbs, and it has a lot of additional health benefits apart from being yummy.
I don't like it.
Nix doesn't like it. Okay, so we're going to discuss the top 6 medicinal uses for basil. So, number 1, digestive health. It can be used to soothe bloating, gas, stomach cramps. It actually contains an agent called eugenol, which is anti-inflammatory and can help the digestive system. You can add it to salads or chew on the leaves directly. Number 2, basil for respiratory health. So if you have a cold or a bit of a cough or perhaps some sinuses, it can actually be used as an expectorant, which will break up phlegm in your chest. Number 3, stress relief. Basil is one of the biggest stress relieving and anti-anxiety herbs around. It has a compound that controls or regulates cortisol, which is the hormone which is responsible for the body's stress response. So it can also be used, because of its anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties, it can also be used in skincare. You can add a couple of drops of basil essential oil to your skincare routine or to your skincare cream, or you can quite frankly just crush the basil leaves and apply them to areas of acne. Oral health. Because of its anti-inflammatory properties and because it's antibacterial, it can be used as a natural mouthwash. It freshens breath and it helps to control cavities and things like ulcers. And last but not least, it is a fantastic immune booster. It can be used to treat infectious diseases. It can also be used to prevent infectious diseases. So in conclusion, basil is a very versatile herb which can be used in many ways to promote overall well-being. Digestive, respiratory problems, skin issues, skin irritations, stress, oral health, and general immune weaknesses. So, how would we add basil to our diet? One of my favorite ways of doing it is just mixing a little bit of basil with my avocado as I put it on toast. I'll do a separate video about avocados. It's one of the easiest plants to grow in South Africa and is a superfood. It's also very commonly used in sauces like pestos and chimichurris, and you can also chuck a couple of fresh leaves into a salad. You can also brew basil up in a tea and have a straight up basil tea, but I find a lot of people find that too strong and too basil-y, for lack of a better term. So, climate, you can grow basil in partial shade, but it does prefer full sun. 6 to 8 hours a day of sun is perfect. Must be planted in well-draining soil, and it is the ideal plant to grow in pots, as it only grows about 1/2 meter to 1 meter tall. And you can control that by putting it in a smaller pot on the kitchen windowsill, as we see so often. So how do we get it? You can buy seedlings from your local nursery, or if you look carefully, my basil currently, this is one I picked out of our garden, is wanting to go to seed, so it forms these little heads on it, and then, I don't know if you can see, it forms these delicate little white flowers that produce these tiny little seeds. So if you leave basil on its own, these flowers will drop these little seeds into the ground and it will self-seed and just come back next year. It will die off during winter because it's not very cold tolerant. But as I say, if you leave it, let it go to flower or let it go to seed, you can either seed harvest or you can let it self-seed and it'll come back next year perfectly well. Thank you so much. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel.